Hi, my name is Hibo, and today we will be discussing tort law in relation to this video clip of a vehicle and cyclist collision. The tort committed in this case was that of negligence, and the party at fault and who is liable is the driver of the motor vehicle. In order for the plaintiff to successfully sue the defendant, the plaintiff must prove the following. A. Does the defendant owe duty of care to the plaintiff? B. Did the defendant breach the standard of care? C. Did the plaintiff sustain damages? And finally, D. Was the damage caused by the defendant's breach? In this case, the defendant breached their duty of care and standard of care in operating the vehicle in a reasonably safe manner by not slowing down for the yellow light and scanning the road ahead prior to taking the turn. In this instance, the reasonable thing to do would be to slow down on the yellow light and wait for the light to turn green once again. Based on the video, the plaintiff has sustained injuries or damages as he or she is seen lying motionless after the collision. These injuries would not have occurred if it had not been for the defendant's breach, which was running the yellow light. Additionally, the defendant failed to meet their standard of care by not taking precautions and not ensuring that the path was clear prior to taking the turn. The defendant was responsible for making sure that the turn was safe to make before taking it and should have slowed down on the yellow light instead of trying to beat it, because the light had turned yellow before the vehicle in question even showed up in the frame of the video. The light changed to yellow 10 seconds into the video, and the vehicle did not appear until 3 seconds after that. So the driver should have slowed down, as he or she had the duty to prioritize and to exercise extreme caution towards any pedestrians or cyclists sharing the road. To further discuss this case, my colleague Christian will continue. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christian Ang. So continuing on, after passing all the steps of the legal test, the plaintiff would most likely win the lawsuit. As a licensed driver on the tortfeasor side, he has the responsibility to know the rules of the road and make decisions accordingly. The driver failed to stop and recognize it was safe to make a turn. He failed to yield the right of way to pedestrians or cyclists that caused the plaintiff to sustain foreseeable injuries. Therefore, the defendant committed the tort of negligence. The plaintiff could sue for non-pecuniary damages, mainly citing for pain and suffering, loss of enjoyment of life, and maybe reduced life expectancy. There could be pecuniary damages as well, mainly with the cost of future care for treatment of injuries. Out-of-pocket expenses, such as ambulance and medication costs, can be cited. Loss of future income can be considered due to the possibility of diminished mobility and capacity to earn income. As usual, the plaintiff has a duty to mitigate, like seeking medical attention and treatment immediately, and following the advice of a physician and other healthcare professionals. Could also be having insurance to reduce the cost of damages, and also effort in finding the alternative employment if his usual line of work could not be fulfilled due to the sustained injuries. Now, although the defendant may get much of the blame for the tort of negligence, there is a contributory negligence on the plaintiff's part. The plaintiff was seen attempting to beat the traffic light while traveling in a fast speed. Responsible cyclists usually wear a helmet, have biker lights, and wear an outfit with a light reflector, which the plaintiff demonstrated neither of those. Had the plaintiff been more cautious, the accident could have been prevented. The best way to avoid accidents is to show responsibility in protecting ourselves, exercising safety, and proper decision making at all times on the road. When you think about it, one single mistake can cost someone else's life. That someone else could be the others, your loved ones, or even yourself. Thank you very much.